You ready to go?
Yep. Ready? Wait. Right before you say it, tell me when you're gonna say it. Give me a little countdown or something.
All right, so okay. 3, 2, 1. Nigga. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the 20th episode of your favorite MMA sports betting channel, Bros Talk MMA. I'm your host, Judice, undeniably the illest cat around, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. I'm here with my bro host extraordinaire.
Wait. He's also the Parlay Prince. Let's put it on him. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! I motherfucking just got busted in my fucking dome with a fucking beer top, nigga.
I mean, it's Ray Bucks. It's the Parlay God. It's Chackle Jordan. It's hand me my crown, give me my belt.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So right now we're in our first year, but this is 20 episodes in, which means we're 20 events in. And hey, man, cheers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So we're here to break down this weekend's UFC Fight Night card. It's going to be Alex Perez going up against Tatsuro Taira. I believe this is going to be a flyweight bout. There's 13 fights on the card. We're going to start things off in the featherweight division. We got Shayilan Nuerdanbieke going up against Costa. We got Nuerdanbieke 3-2 in the UFC, 39-11 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got Costa coming in at 1-2 in the UFC, 20-7 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. I'm gonna be going with Nuerdanbieke. I just believe that they're the more dangerous striker. I think that their takedown defense is gonna be decent enough to keep this on the feet. Yeah, Costa, outside of like a ground threat, I don't really think they pose much of a threat on the feet. So yeah, I'm gonna be going with Nuerdanbieke. Who do you believe is gonna win this one?
I gotta go with Nuerdanbieke. He's got all the experience. He's not much older than Costa. And again, like as you said, he's a great striker. Nuerdanbieke's my pick. I think it's an easy pick. Kind of where I'm at with it.
For sure. Moving on to the women's strawweight division, we got Julia Polastri going up against Josefine Knutsson. We got Polastri making their UFC debut, 12-3 overall and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. And then we got Knutsson coming in at 1-0 in the UFC and 7-0 overall. I'm gonna be going with Knutsson. I just believe she's just fucking a beast. Like, she just comes in there just fucking stone cold and just fucking goes to work until the fucking fight's over. Shit is like, she's not the most like exciting, but she dominates through and through in the fights that I've seen so far. So I'm gonna be going with Knutsson.
I gotta agree with you. Josefine has nuts, son.
Bruh.
In addition to that, she's undefeated. So I always got to go with my undefeated fighters. I believe they're gonna keep it that way.
Perfection.
So I take Knutsson over Juliana Polastri.
For sure. Moving on to the third fight of the night, we got another featherweight bout in the men's division. We got Jeka Saragih going up against Westin Wilson. We got Saragih coming in 1-1 in the UFC, 14-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Wilson coming in 0-2 in the UFC, 16-9 overall, and they are 2-3 in their last 5 MMA fights. They do got this one boxing bout in there. But I'm gonna be going with Saragih. Again, I just think they're gonna be the more dangerous striker. Wilson does pose some sort of a threat on the ground, But Saragih, I just once again think they'll have a decent takedown defense, keep it on the feet, and eventually, find Wilson's chin or just kind of touch him up over 3 rounds. Um, I believe I know who you got going into this one, but what's going on? What we
Excuse
got?
me.
Bless you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Westin Wilson will be wetting his pants on the mat. He'll be losing. It's not gonna happen for him.
What?
He ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna win. So I got my guy.
All right. that was odd as hell, but all right. Moving on to our fourth fight of the night. We got a women's flyweight bout. We got Carli Judice going up against Gabriella Fernandes. We got Judice making their UFC debut. They're 3-1 overall. And that's literally like their last fights in general. So there is no, last 5 fights. They're 3-1 just overall. So we got Fernandes coming in 0-2 in the UFC, 8-3 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm actually gonna go with Fernandes in this fight, just based upon the fact that they're they're more well-rounded. They got some ground game, whereas Judice, I have yet to see what their ground game looks like, or if they got good takedown defense. But I do know that they're a great striker. More so, just touching people up, point fighting, things like that. But I have to go with Fernandes just because I feel like they got more routes to victory.
And Fernandes has action in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Judice does not. That's why I got to go with Fernandes as well. Judice, she's brand new. Again, the women's divisions is crazy. They're just literally just throwing people into the fold. At least Fernandes has a little bit of action. We've been able to see her. We've been able to see some tape. Judice, we don't have any tape on. So I've got to go with Fernandes on this one.
For sure. Moving to the 5th fight of the night, we got a bantamweight bout in the men's division. We got Garrett Armfield going up against Brady Hiestand. We got Armfield 2-1 in the UFC, 10-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Hiestand coming in at 2-1 in the UFC, 7-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Armfield. I just think that they're the more dangerous striker. Have shown to be, durable, have some decent cardio, and able to carry power through the fight into the late rounds. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Hiestand, to be honest, but I've seen what Garrett Armfield can do, and I feel like if he applies that same game plan, he'll be able to take this one home. Who you got, Hiestand or Armfield?
I got Brady Lole to lose because Garrett Armfield's gonna definitely beat this dude's ass. He's got a little bit more experience.
I'm like, wait, what did you just say? That just clicked just now. I get it. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, Garrett Armfield to take this one. He's obviously got a little bit more experience in the UFC. Not the greatest fighter. Maybe one of those times where because this isn't going to be a finish. This is going to be a decision victory.
You think Hiestand's a better opponent than Bracatona? Because that's who Garrett Armfield won against in his last fight.
Garrett Armfield is definitely better than Hiestand.
No, is Hiestand better than
Bracatona?
Lole better than
Lole?
Katona?
Absolutely not. Lole's trash. That's what I'm saying. I'm going with Armstead. So I
think Armfield's gonna finish this fight. I think he's gonna knock this out. Yeah.
No, I don't think so, my boy. Okay. I think it's gonna be another fucking decision victory. Yeah, Armfield wins. Again, I think that's a decision.
All right. Moving on, we got a flyweight bout in the men's division. We got Nate Maness going up against Jimmy Flick. We got Maness coming in at 4-2 in the UFC, 15-3 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Flick coming in at 2-2 in the UFC, 17-7 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Maness in this fight. I just believe they're more well-rounded. Definitely gonna be the dangerous striker. Maybe the edge in grappling goes to Flick, but I think Maness, is gonna be the stronger fighter and be able to, just keep this on the feet or maybe even ground and pound with a top game over Flick. But yeah, I'm gonna be going with Maness. I already know how you feel about Jimmy Flick. What is Jimmy Flick to you?
Jimmy, one trick pony Flick that's what he is. You know what I mean? And hey, bro, he has done some shit with that one trick, right? Like he's a arm triangle, he's a head triangle. Like that's his move. He beat one of my guys a little, I think, like 2 fights ago or so, with the same shit, which he should have lost to, but he finds a way to win. So I respect Jimmy Flick for that. But Nate Maness is not gonna be that guy. Nate Maness is gonna fucking beat the brakes off this dude. Jimmy Flick, all the props to you. You know what I mean? All the flowers to you, my guy. For being the male Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? With your one trick, but you ain't gonna do it today.
All right. Moving on. We have another flyweight bout in the men's division. We got Tagir Ulanbekov coming up against Joshua Van. Ulanbekov, 4-1 in the UFC, 15-2 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Van 3-0 in the UFC, 10-1 overall, and they're currently on an 8 fight win streak. I'm gonna be going with Van in this fight, even though this is probably one of the fights that I'm a little bit like, it could go either way. The only reason I'm going with Van though is because they with any sort of type of decent grappling or just like takedown defense to keep this on the feet, they are definitely the more dangerous striker, and they've proven to be able to go over 3 rounds, be durable. Their takedown, they have been taken down though, so that does definitely favor Ulanbekov, but I believe Van can continue his winning ways. Move this fight streak up to 9. You got Ulanbekov or Van in this one?
You know what? Ulanbekov, his last name ends in a V. You know what I mean? I do respect fighters, I guess, or I bet on fighters where their last name ends in a V. You know what I mean? Especially when they're from Dagestan. Because they're killers out there. They fight fucking grizzly bears. That's their shit. That they love that shit. Whatever. But he's the lowest man on the totem pole in the Dagestani fucking ranks. So I gotta go with Joshua Van. My guy. He's just exciting. He throws punches and kicks and elbows from a myriad of different angles. And I don't think that Ulanbekov will see where they're coming from. If Ulanbekov is able to grapple him up and like lay him down on the ground, it's gonna be rough for Van. But Van does have a great sprawl. He is able to like stop that, and also I think he knows that that's Ulanbekov's game, right? Like he knows what he's walking into. He's not walking into a striking fest. Hopefully he knows that he needs to block that takedown and punch a motherfucker's face or a dude's face. So I'm gonna go with Joshua Van. To win this, I think this might still gonna be a decision victory, unfortunately.
I can see that. Maybe, yeah, I can see that. Moving on, we have a welterweight bout. We got Adam Fugitt going up against Josh Quinlan. We got Fugitt coming in 1-2 in the UFC, 9-4 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got Quinlan 1-2 in the UFC, 6-2 and 1 no contest overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. I'm gonna be going with Quinlan in this fight. I just believe that they're definitely a way better fighter than Fugitt, in my opinion. I just feel like their last outing, they were definitely just up against a rising prospect, Danny Barlow. Like, that dude's just a killer. So I don't, fault Quinlan for, not looking as great as he could have, in that last outing. I may even want to say that that was like a short notice fight, but regardless, I'm going with Quinlan in this one. I just believe that they're going to be the more dangerous fighter. You got Fugitt or you got Quinlan going into this one?
Going into the next one. I want to believe that Fugitt has fought more recently, and he hasn't. And now I'm at an impasse because you have been talking about Quinlan, and I haven't believed it. I'm not a fan of him. He got knocked out in his last one.
I mean, like he took a beating before he fucking got knocked out. That was around. No, that wasn't his last fight though.
I know. The last one was a decision. Yeah. So this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go back on what I'm thinking. I'm gonna say Josh Quinlan. Oh shit! Because Fugitt hasn't fought since 2023. Fugitt's fought this year. Or not Fugitt, sorry. Quinlan's fought this year. Quinlan's fought this year. Fugitt hasn't. So I think I gotta go Quinlan.
Really?
I'm a Quinlan.
Last minute switch, huh?
Last minute switch, my guy.
All right. Well, if we've seen that quite yet.
It doesn't happen very often.
I mean, I did switch to Baeza day of.
Oh, you're gonna take my pick that I lost on? Okay.
I'm just saying that's what happened. I was going with Soriano. You know I was. And then
you did say that.
Talked me out of that shit.
I did. I'll take that L.
Yeah. That's all. I wasn't saying anything. I'm riding with Quinlan. Like, shit.
I'm gonna talk a whole bunch of shit though if Quinlan loses, just like this dude just did.
I didn't even
talk
shit.
A little bit. You kind of did.
Whatever,
anyway,
man. Moving on. We got a flyweight bout in the men's division. We got Asu Almabaev going up against Jose Johnson. We got Almabaev. They're 2-0 in the UFC, 19-2 overall, and are currently on a 15-fight win streak. We got Johnson coming in at 1-1 in the UFC, 16-8 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5. I'm gonna be going with Almabaev in this fight. I just believe that they're the better overall fighter. Definitely have the edge in the grappling department and are a decent striker. I would say maybe the edge goes to Johnson in that regard, just because of their background, and also that like they're actually they're going to be the taller, longer fighter. But I believe that Almabaev will be able to utilize their striking to get inside, get some takedowns, and either get like a ground and pound victory or a submission. I'm gonna be going with Almabaev. I believe there's no way you could be going with Johnson in this one. God, I got fucking PTSD now. I don't know where those things are gonna go now, bruh.
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Even Diesel was like, shit, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here, huh? Anyway. Johnson is a great striker. A better striker than Almabaev, for sure. Mm-hmm. But not crazy greater than him. He's just slightly better than him. Almabaev also has greater grappling, greater wrestling, and I wouldn't say jiu-jitsu, but he's able to do a lot more submissions than Johnson has. I've got to go Almabaev on this one. It just makes sense. Um, that's where I'm at.
All right. Moving on, we got a bantamweight bout. We got Miles Johns going up against Douglas Silva de Andrade. We got Johns coming in at 5-2 in the UFC, 14-2 and 1 no contest overall, and they're 4-1 in their last 5. We got Andrade coming in at 7-5 in the UFC, 21-5 with with 1 no contest, and they're 3-2 in their last 5. I'm gonna be going with Andrade in this fight. I mean, I was trying to put something together in my mind, and really, I just don't believe in Johns like that. I just seen them, like underdeliver in times when I thought that they were gonna come out and get the job done, and then I've also seen them struggle to get the job done. So I'm gonna have to go with Andrade in this fight. I just feel like they're a little bit older, but they're just I don't know. I think they just have that little more like experience, I guess, and know how to win. And yeah, I'm gonna be going with Andrade. Just
I would
not a fan of
say
Johns.
that Andrade just has more heart. Johns, I'm not gonna say he has no heart. I'm gonna say he does not have as much heart as Andrade does. That's where it is. You know what I mean? When you're in the thick of it, you know what I mean? When you're getting your fucking ass beat, are you gonna stand up? Are you gonna keep moving? Are you gonna you know what I mean? Figure out a way to make it happen. I believe Andrade will. I don't believe that Miles Johns will. That's where I'm
I
at.
think that's
You know what I mean?
actually a way better assessment than what I put together.
Hey, bro, it's good. You know what I mean? That's why we work well together.
Yes, sir.
My
Cool.
bro.
Moving on, we got a featherweight bout. We got Lucas Almeida going up against Timmy Cuamba. We got Almeida coming in at 1-2 in the UFC, 14-3 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. We got Cuamba coming in at 0-1 in the UFC, 8-2 overall, and 4-1 in their last fights. I'm gonna go with Cuamba in this fight. I believe that they are the more like dangerous fighter, especially like in the striking department. But the only reason why they even lost their debut in their last fight, they were coming in on short notice against another like top prospect. Um, and they did their best, and so I think now they got them a nice little full camp. I believe that they're gonna come in here and probably knock Almeida out. So that's my pick. You got Cuamba or Almeida.
I fucking hate this fucking fight. Not because it's a bad fight. I think Cuamba and Almeida are great fighters. Both of them are great fighters. Um, Cuamba is probably going to take down Almeida, and it's hard for me to bet against an Almeida. Any Almeidas, I've never Almeida's always win for me, but Cuamba is going to take down Lucas Almeida. He wants it. He has the heart. He's ready for it. They're very even fighters. They're right there. Like this was a very hard one for me to try to pick. I'm gonna say Cam swayed me. So like if I pick the wrong one, I'm gonna blame it on him. So yeah, I'm going with Cuamba.
I didn't sway you in this fight, fool.
I'm saying that he swayed me. Y'all heard it from me here first.
All right, folks. Moving on to our co-main event of the evening, we got a middleweight bout between Ikram Aliskerov going up against Antonio Tricoli. We got Aliskerov 2-0 in the UFC, 15-1 overall, and they're currently on a 7-fight win streak. We got Tricoli coming in making their UFC debut. They're 12-3 with 1 no contest overall, and they're 3-2 in their last 5. I'm gonna be going with Aliskerov. This dude is a fucking monster. He's on record from Khamzat Chimaev's, directly from his mouth, his toughest fight and toughest opponent he's ever faced. Even though he won that fight, he said that this dude is giving the toughest challenge he's ever had in his entire career. So I've seen him. He's definitely a well-rounded fighter. I'm gonna be going with him in this fight. You got your Carli or Aliskerov?
I gotta go with Aliskerov. Exciting fighters don't always win fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. Of course, we would love to see nothing but spinning back fists, spinning back kicks, Superman punches, and uppercuts.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is not that. He's a very disciplined fighter. I believe a Russian fighter, if I'm correct.
He has finished his last two opponents. I just looked at that, but for me,
but it's
for some reason,
not. It's still
like the first round finishes.
Sure,
yeah.
But
no, I get it. How he
gets there, it's very technical. It's very slow. It's waiting for your opponent to make the mistake, and I think every time that he's got that first round finish, it's been his opponent making the mistake. Even fights before that, it's always been his opponent making the mistake. So I've got to go with him. He's solid. This is what it is. And Antonio he's a great fighter too, but he's just not to that caliber.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say maybe he's coming in on short notice, but I'm not too sure about that. I don't want to confirm that.
Sure.
But yeah, he's definitely coming in on short notice. Aliskerov was originally slated to fight Andre Muniz, which would have been pretty interesting. Would have definitely tested his ground game. But in this one, I think it's going to be a striker's delight. And I think that Aliskerov is going to knock Chikali out, potentially. But yeah. Anything else?
Okay, so I know we're getting ready to do a little slap with the table shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
We'll be just light lighters. We'll be pop bottles. You know what I mean? So it's the main event, pop a bottle, or it's the main event, we light a lighter, or it's you know what I mean? Versus
it's because we don't got a dope ass table no more that makes the sound.
I know.
Because we got this shit.
That's what I'm asking you though. What do you think?
That we should do something else like it's the main event of the evening. Something like that. I would rather do that than fucking what are we gonna oh shit. It's the main event.
No, my boy, okay, give me a little.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna aim it this way. Go ahead.
In honor of the 20th episode, instead of doing a weak ass knee slap, and since we don't got a dope table, we're gonna opt to do something different. So it's gonna be a combination of things. So on 3, 2, 1, and we are going into the main event of the evening.
That was good. This was weird.
So both those parts were your fucking idea.
Hey, bro, I gave you ideas, and you said I didn't say we got to do all of them. I was just giving you a bunch of ideas, bro.
We needed some help. So I tried best I could. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whatever, man.
Oh no,
I'm tired of this shit.
The knee slaps were doing just fine.
No, they weren't, bro. Anyway.
Anyways, for our main event of the evening, we got a flyweight.
Fucking weird shit, bro. Come on, bro.
For the main event of the evening, we got fucking a flyweight bout between Alex Perez going up against Tatsuro Taira. We got Perez coming in fucking on a pretty quick turnaround. I want to say within weeks maybe. And he's going to be coming in 7-4 in the UFC, 25-8 overall, and 2-3 in his last 5 fights. we got Tatsuro Taira 5-0 in the UFC and 15-0 overall. I'm gonna be going with Taira in this fight. Although Perez was very impressive in their last fight, I just believe that they were able to clip Nicolau, got him, and put him on his pockets. And he's just, he's been a company man. He's definitely no stranger to a short notice fight, which I believe this one is too as well. So he's coming in on a quick turnaround, hopefully able to either secure, and maintain his spot and or maybe put himself in like a title picture. He is fighting down in the weight class, but Taira is a rising prospect. Super dangerous. They're gonna definitely have the edge in the grappling and are dangerous as a striker. So I just believe that they're the better overall fighter, young fighter. Even though Perez is fairly young themselves, I think Taira is just on that, new hybrid MMA fighter that is coming into the fold. So yeah, I'm gonna be going with Taira over Perez. What do you think about this fight?
I think this fight needs a moment of silence. Because Tatsuro Taira is going to beat the shit out of fucking Alex Perez. Alex Perez has no chance. Go ahead and play that fucking DX shit, that no chance shit. Yeah, no chance. Yeah, that shit. Anyway, my boy's gonna fucking beat the brakes off this dude. It's unfortunate. Alex Perez is a great fighter. I respect him a lot. And he's fought more recently than Tatsuro Taira has. Literally,
I think Taira is having trouble finding opponents.
He's having a lot of trouble finding opponents because my guy is here to win. He's here to end it. I don't believe Alex Perez is here to end it. He will put himself out there to be ended. You know what I mean? Like, he does fight to the death to a point, right? But he just, unfortunately,
he's definitely faced the stiffer competition of the two, but he's had a lot of pullouts. He does canceled bouts and stuff like that. A lot of
never pull out.
A lot of time in between fights. That's crazy.
Or always, always pull out. My bad. I mean, I don't know. Depends on what you're doing. UFC, if you're fucking what?
Don't.
If you're in UFC, never pull out. If you're me, always pull out.
Whose man's is this?
All right, that's better. I'm glad you cleaned that up.
I tried to. Tatsuro Taira, that's my guy. Gonna win. Y'all know what it is.
Nice. Well, that concludes our picks and predictions portion of this show. Moving into parlays. I got a little something. I got a little 3-pick, and I'm gonna make it a spicy 4 just for fun. But I'm definitely gonna be going deeper into this card. So I'm gonna be going with. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with Armfield, Almabaev, and Aliskerov for a 3-pick. And then if you want to spice it up, you can go ahead and throw Josefine Knutsson in there.
Okay, my boy. Y'all want the Parlay Gods picks? Y'all want it? I got it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go, Van.
Okay.
Let's go, Knutsson and Maness.
Okay.
You want to get spicy? Let's go. Almabaev.
All right.
And I'm not going more than 4. I'm gonna just do my 3. Boom. Not all 4. We're there.
Decent.
Oh man,
yeah. Nice.
Ball dropped.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
My boy.
Well, and then lineups. This one was real shaky. Definitely not gonna have any lineups for you. Do better, DraftKings. You know what time it is. I know we've been on a nice little stretch of nobody pulling out mid card and all that good stuff, but nah, bruh, we're not doing that. But yeah, other than that, want to send a. Actually, before we get into that, let's get into these all-time picks, right?
Yeah.
All time. All right, so give me 1 second, actually.
All I can say that I'm the greatest picker that's ever picked anything in the UFC. It was not Dana White. Dana White doesn't know shit other than just running it. I gave you the game. Just this time, just for this one minuscule moment out of my life. I hope you appreciate it. If you don't, well, that'll just be a fleeting moment in your life. Because the greatest to ever do it is right in front of your face. On the tubes. And the greatest who had never done it is looking at you in your bed. So enjoy yourself. Have a good night. Bro, I'm trying.
So I'll have all the numbers and graphics right here, letting you know what those all-time win records and percentages are. But yeah, still in the green on the card, still in the green on win percentage. 20 events in, we're gonna stay in the green. We're gonna do great this card. So with that being said, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate y'all getting us to our first 100 view episode. We're gonna actually cross over into our second 100 view episode here really soon. And we just appreciate y'all continuing to keep us in rotation, and to all of our true viewers and all of the new viewers, much love. You can like, subscribe, comment, and share the channel. We'd really appreciate that. And you can follow us on IG at Bros Talk MMA. You can follow my bro here at r1.mason. And you can follow me at Utica_SME. Anything you got for the people?
You don't know what, niggas? Like, I want y'all to, if you have better picks than me, tell me something about that. I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? If you have made money on my picks, I want to hear about that. Throw a little bit of fire in the fucking picks. I'd love to hear about that.
Well, once again, this has been the 20th episode of your favorite MMA sports betting channel, Bros Talk MMA. I'm your host, Utica, undeniably the illest cat around, a.k.a. Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick, a.k.a. the Parlay Prince, a.k.a. almost got my eye taken out by a fucking beer bottle top at the beginning of this episode, but luckily I'm all right. And yeah, I'm with my bro host extraordinaire.
It's Mr. Ray Bucks. It's the Parlay God. It's Mr. Hand me my crown. Give me my belt. I do this. What y'all want with me?
Really, nigga?
Yes. All right.
I may have had too many beverages, folks. Go ahead and tell y'all. Whatever, though.
Until the next time, folks, happy betting. Best of luck. And we'll see you on the next one. We out.